As a child, Michael Jackson was beaten by his father, so as a teenager, Michael Jackson begins taking anti-anxiety pills to help him cope with childhood trauma. After suffering a burn to the head due to an accident in an advertisement, Michael Jackson began taking painkillers heavily. When everything got better, Michael returns to the pills again, because they start accusing him of molesting children, but this time he increases the dose, and Michael began to become addicted to pills. Michael tried to fight his addiction, but to no avail. During diligent rehearsals for his farewell tour, Michael Jackson understands that in order to leave a mark on history he must be impeccable on stage, but his health is no longer the same, and Michael increasingly takes painkillers, sleeps little, and worries a lot. On June 25th, Michael Jackson's doctor forbids him to take medications, but Michael cannot live without pills and persuades the doctor. The doctor injects Michael with one of the drugs and goes to another part of the house. Michael begins to feel severe pain. He understands that he needs to start getting enough sleep in order to be constantly in good shape during rehearsals. Michael injects a few more grams of propofol into the vein mixed with another medicine and immediately falls to the floor. Jackson's heart stopped forever. The doctor runs into the room, sees Michael Jackson on the floor with his eyes open, rushes to his aid and begins to massage the heart, but all in vain. A medical examination showed that the doctor tried so persistently to bring Michael Jackson back to life that during a continuous cardiac massage he broke several of his ribs. They will also find the doctor's tears on Jackson's shirt. After Conard, that was the name of Michael Jackson's doctor, will be accused of killing Michael Jackson. Allegedly, it was he who deliberately gave a lethal injection to Michael Jackson in order to kill him. The doctor in court asked the jury, "Do you really think that I will kill the legend on purpose? Do you really think that I will ruin my reputation at 60 years of age? Why do I even need this? Because if you think that the problem is money, he paid me $150,000 a month. Do you think that I want my children to be ashamed of their murderous father? I'm not a killer, I didn't kill him, I was his friend, I cared about him, I tried to save Michael." And all colleagues spoke only positively about Conard, as a real professional, of which there are so few now. Otherwise Jackson himself would not have hired him to monitor his health. But fans took to the streets demanding that the killer be punished. They asked for the death penalty or death sentence for the doctor. It seemed that they themselves would tear the doctor to shreds if they had such an opportunity. The jury found Conard Murray guilty of the murder of Michael Jackson and imprisoned him for 4 years. People on the street rejoiced. They were happy that at least someone was punished for Jackson's death. 2 years later, the doctor was released for good behavior. But Jackson's former nanny said that she regularly washed his stomach, freeing him from dangerous pills, and therefore saved him from death many times. Grace also claimed that Jackson hid money in garbage bags and under carpets, because closer to 2009, Michael Jackson often crossed the line and gave himself injections. As Jackson himself said, "This is because he feels severe pain. In fact, it was a dependence on the medication." Jackson himself admitted that he was addicted and that he agreed to treatment, but nothing helped. Then the singer decides to place a doctor in his house so that Conard can personally monitor Michael's health and control Jackson's outbursts and passions to take more medicine. Relatives were already hiding money so that Jackson would not buy analogs of his medications. Jackson also hid money in his stash and managed to give himself injections while no one was looking. Michael had 2 bedrooms, one of which with an attached bathroom he could enter himself. He always had a room intended exclusively for him. For everyone else it was closed. Even the maids were not allowed there, it was a forbidden area. I had difficulty convincing him to clean the room where he slept and where I worked with him at night. Among other things, he had bedwetting, the room smelled bad and there was even fungus. I had to make him clean up. Who would have thought that a man his age would wet the bed? Was this a result of medication or a psychological problem dating back to childhood? Doctor said, psychological problem. Love no, violence even. And I mean it wasn't just that his father beat him. Discipline with love no violence even. His father beat Michael up, affected him both mentally and physically. I saw him cry many times, and I told him, "Don't be ashamed of your tears, Michael. You can cry." This is a very sad story. The life he led, was forced to lead, he suffered a lot. Few people on earth experienced the same pain as him. Dr. Murray had never been in this bathroom. Access was closed even to him. No one had entered this room and it looked like it had not been cleaned for several months. When these photos get into the press and people see what this bathroom looked like, imagine what they will think. Do you think their idea of Michael will change? After the death of Michael Jackson, the financial manager made a statement that Michael Jackson had been bankrupt for more than a year, that he did not give concerts, he did not write new songs, and he did not even have his own house anymore. In recent years, he rented a house in Los Angeles, and the last tour was an attempt to earn money for his old age. He clenched his teeth and said, "He doesn't have a cent, not a single cent. What the hell? Look, this guy has hit rock bottom. By the way, I pay for all this, I even pay for the tissue paper. He doesn't have a cent, and if he cancels his concerts, he's finished." This is Michael's last chance to earn at least some money. He is broke, his pocket is empty, he is a complete zero. Even after his death, Michael Jackson continued to set world records. A few years after the funeral, a documentary was edited in which Michael Jackson rehearses and prepares for his farewell tour. The film was released in theaters in dozens of countries and grossed $260 million, making That's All the highest-grossing concert film ever. Even after 10 years, people continue to delve into the mysterious death of Michael Jackson. Some believe that Jackson staged his death by paying the doctor a lot of money. People don't want to believe in the death of their idols, so they come up with different theories. We will remember Michael Jackson as a great man, kind, honest, open. He changed the world and made it a little kinder. A man with a big heart and a sad story. A man whom we will remember all his life.